Fay Farms, where's the beef at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Family Landscaping, make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. The Black River Ale House, where the Romans go. Dura Products, who's got the pipe? Jimmy Fay's got the pipe. Contact Jimmy Fay for irrigation, drainage, pool, and spa. You building a new house, contact Jimmy Fay. He's got your stuff. The B-Dry system. Your basement's wet? Get a hold of B-Dry. Believe in 271. Nobody fights alone. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, your local representative. George Kaler, Sales and Service. Liberty Affordable Housing. Rome Sign and Display Company. Nice Scoba. The men and women in blue, thank you for what you do. Robert Dix Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix. Tri-City Lacrosse. 40 years of summer fun. Master Vito Hyundai. Contact the sales force. CRM Rental Management. The Clinton Tractor and Implement Company. Contact the Caledona family. Hello, Yeti Nation. Get down to the Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. They fought.
Hello, Yeti Nation. What's going on, Paul Noecker?
Hello, Greg Beecher, Yeti Nation. Happy Monday.
Happy
It's
Monday.
time. There's no more football. There's no more. You want to know what? It's lacrosse season, baby.
I got to be honest.
100% lacrosse season.
We didn't watch the Super Bowl in our house last night. We watched a show with the family, and then I spent
Nice.
all day watching this couple commercials somebody sent me. But outside of that, I have no knowledge of the Super Bowl. I didn't even actually know what teams were playing in it till Charity told me this morning who won, and I was like, "Oh, cool. Who'd they play against?" But
Who was it? Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's it's lacrosse season.
It is.
It's lacrosse season.
And
I'm fired up, Beecher. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. But what a weekend it was, though. Oh, my goodness, the game. So I'm not going to get a chance, I don't think, to talk to Owen tomorrow. So his show might not come out till Wednesday. But either way, I mean, what a weekend. I don't think anybody thought Calgary was going to beat Toronto.
No, there's no question. Nobody thought that. Nobody thought that. And you want to know what? There wasn't a lot of good talk about the Riptide. Who thought the Riptide were going to beat the Seals?
No, everybody thought that's cute. The Riptide are going on a couple game winning streak. Here we go. But now you're playing the big boys, and they're going to show you guys how to play offense. And we'll get into that game in a little bit. But wow, did Dunk really look good?
He looked awesome, didn't he? That first half, the first period, they were shelling him, and he was up to the task. So was Chris Orlagi, or however you want to say
Allegri.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, both goalies were there. You know, the Seals, they were on top of it. They were ripping shots left and right, and Dunkerley, he was man. He manned up in the first period.
Yeah, and Rochester lost as well. So, I mean, when we get into the standings in a little while, we'll talk about that. But that's got to be a big shock to Rochester. I mean, Georgia, they barely beat Vancouver the week before. Everybody's thinking, okay, Georgia had their few game wins. Now they get into the tough part of their schedule. Okay, they barely got by Vancouver, but here comes Rochester. I would have thought that, but I can't wait to get to watch that game. But let's get right into the Halifax game. I mean,
the
wow.
Dogs were in town. The Dogs, they crossed the border. They got there, and it was a good game. I watched it, and I was impressed with Halifax big time.
Andrew Suter not going to like.
What a great game. Goalies played great, and old men found their game back, man. I loved watching Jammer play. He had some sick goals.
Yes, he did. And this first goal by Bo Hunter, you're going to see actually here that, later they both go to cover Bo Hunter, and then Banesh gets the ball back. I think, or no, it's Jameson gets the ball back down low. But either way, so Bo Hunter gets them started pretty early in the first quarter. And I tell you, Warren Hill has looked impressive. Halifax doesn't give up a lot of shots, but he makes some pretty spectacular saves.
He had some great saves himself, and I loved his outlet. He gets the ball in his stick, and he's looking.
He is. There's a
Nice
big
pick.
pick there by Rui. And now he used to be a Firewolf player. He plays out of the back door a lot. Sometimes they get him up on offense. They've had him up on offense a little bit. He's not necessarily a guy who's going to score 20 goals in a season, but he is a guy that's going to really help your offense. He's going to get out there. He's going to set the picks that are required. He's going to go dig the ball out of the corner. He does the things that don't always make the stat sheet. But
Right.
Tyson Bell, this kind of player right here, Tyson Bell just rolls it. That is huge. Like, instead of trying to throw the pass, get it to, he just rolls it. He knows Tarafinko's over there by himself. A couple times you're going to see Tyson Bell make a play similar to that, and then they end up scoring on this, and that's huge. Just those
Just
simple.
got topside and got his hands free and ripped one.
Yeah, and
Boom.
that Woods, so that's his second game in the NLL.
NLL.
Yeah, he
Yep.
started last weekend, hat trick last weekend. I believe he ends up with 2 here. Just continues his streak.
Great player coming out of the ALL.
Yeah, no, huge coming out of the ALL, and it wasn't hard to figure out. He was a leading goal scorer there for a little while. But Weston, who scores this goal, or Wesley, I'm sorry, not Weston, he's looking good.
The Dogs have something. Who do you notice as you went through that game who wasn't dressed? Didn't see a Greer. 88 wasn't out there.
No, Greer,
and
he's
that's
been
a huge, yeah.
he's
That's
been
huge.
touch and go, yeah. But there's his, and then Bertrand gets shut down on the doorstep here. That was a beautiful play, but unfortunately gets shut down. But that's Hill coming up big, making the saves he need to. So they actually have given up the fewest shots, which isn't always good for his save percentage, but he's been making the key saves.
That was a big shot right there.
Yeah,
Nice
Benesh.
rip.
And he hits so fast out of Benesh's stick. When Benesh shoots,
It's all one motion. The ball's coming in and it's going out.
yeah,
Whoop.
it's not 1,000
Top
miles an
corner.
hour. It's just perfectly placed.
Ball placement. He knows goalie's dropping down. What's the tendencies of that goalie? He's dropping down. Hit that top side.
Yes.
Nice pick. Nice pick.
They give him the moving pick, but yeah, he comes out and Kells and me and Stamp were talking about this. So in the summer, Kells plays in the MSL for with Matty Vince, and you
Okay.
see that a lot because that's what he asked me. He's like, "Who else do you see play like that?" I was like, "I would guess Vince," and he's like, "Yeah, he plays with him in the summer." I was like, "Okay, I can see that."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they get the moving pick there. They end up giving them possession. Bell takes a pretty good shot. This shovel right here, though, I mean, this is so impressive. He just grabs it, and then the ability to keep his feet out of the crease. But honestly, if you see Armstrong there, he's just swatting at the ball. You got to get
Yep.
a body on him.
Get some body on him. Yep.
Yeah, here's the best view of it. Yeah, see, whacks at him, doesn't hit the stick, doesn't anything. Then he one-hands the stick, and instead of pushing him, it allows him to take the shot. So, yeah, and then we've got a cross-check penalty and the Halifax power play. Looking good. Clark Peterson looking good.
They're number 2 in the league right now, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah, with the Tide being number 1.
Yeah, they were 1 for 3, but one of them was basically a power play goal. It's one of those weird ones where they scored just afterwards, so it doesn't actually
Right.
count. But yeah, I was impressed with Halifax. I mean, the ball movement. Here's Woods again. There's the second goal.
Tic-tac-toe. Boom, 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 snap. Great extension by the goalie trying to get across. You know that he's the last defense.
He
knows
got a
he's
piece
gotta
of
get
it.
there. Yeah.
Kudos to Wood to keeping his feet out. And that's why I really wanted to look at this one, because if he comes in the crease too soon, that's not a goal.
That's not a goal. Yep.
But he does a good job keeping his feet out of the crease until just long enough the ball gets across the crease, and Woods is on fire, looking good, representing the ALL great. They needed somebody else up there to go with Benesh and those guys, and here they call the trip. You see Shanks, whoop.
Yeah. Just a little bit, It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
One thing with Hill, he definitely fires off that pipe when he steps out. How many times do we've discussed it? You see that back pipe being kicked out. He's stepping to the ball. He's got his eye on the ball. He's firing to it. Great job by him. What a play here.
He's
though.
all in. And yeah, Cody Jamison, this was filthy. Oh my goodness, this was good.
Filthy.
This was just, yeah. And I tell you, you look at Cody Jamieson and you don't necessarily think stud athlete, but what this guy does is just next level. He gets the loose balls that are needed, scores when he needs to, and then just throws that up there like it's all right and looks at the team and says, yeah, let's go, boys. Great pass.
That's right. That's keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Another great save.
And there again, here you watch. See, it's a great save on the first one, and now this is on the defense. This isn't on Warren Hill. There's two defenders there in front of the net. Nobody's clearing the crease. He gets the ball, he gets a shot, and that's what happens.
That's what happens. Nice.
Oh, it's Dawson Theed stuck back on defense.
But this is where I believe they called that goal back, didn't they? Because his butt was still in the crease.
That's right. The guy in the background was in the crease on that one.
Yeah, on the backside. The goal went in, but he was out. But the guy that went through, he was still in the crease.
He was still in the crease. That's right. But yeah, like I said, biggest thing there, the bodies with Dawson Theed. You got to get on him. That guy's way too big. They're way too good. You got to clear guys out here. And this is a beautiful goal.
Just right back door.
Yeah, so fast, Peterson. And Hasek's just an animal.
Kells with a nice save.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Kells is looking good. He's had his moments. Vegas, I tell you, there is no easy wins in this league.
There isn't. In competition, phew,
Yeah.
These guys are stepping up and they're playing. It's just a matter of Halifax had a little bit more juice.
Yeah,
A little bit more juice. Experience.
Look at this pick from Woods. He just backs Reinhold all the way up into the goal, pushes him over, and then by the time Reinhold gets back up to cover it, yeah, Woods just a beautiful clear there, and then then just gets way out of the area to give Clark Peterson the room he needs to step in and score.
It's probably a little bit of screen on that defenseman as he's stepping up as well.
Absolutely.
Great goal by Peterson.
Yeah, and then Withers.
Brock, as they say.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, that's right. That one wasn't Withers. Brock, he was pumped, got up. I forgot because that one I kept doing it when I clipped it too. I was like, that's not a face off. It just looks like it the way I clipped it. But they're this is so huge right here. Like they tie him up. Vegas finally is going to get on the board here, and it's a huge effort, by Vegas.
They stopped the run. Huge save by.
That's what I mean. Is Kells is finally back on, and now here's Rouet. Boom. And this was huge though because momentum really could have gone the other direction. Bad.
Nice scoop up rebound. Second one in the defense. That's defense coming through. He doesn't got a man on body, nobody on the man.
Nope. Well, nobody. And right now, so Halifax was on a 6-goal run. That's what I was trying to count. I kept just saying it was big. They needed to score, but no, it was because on that run, a 6-goal run. Wow. And then they didn't score again though for 5 minutes. And a big part. Look at what they had to do to score though. Hill makes the first save. And he picks it up. Great job keeping his feet out of the crease, coming across. But yeah, that's those two guys. Somebody needs to bury him.
Yeah.
And even if you don't put him on his
ground,
right, and if
he's got to be on the ground. I mean, Bell should have dropped him with 2 hands right there. Take the penalty. You got a shot. That's a get the guy on the ground, like you said.
Yeah, beautiful little pick off right there. Nice save there, Kells.
Yeah.
And the wherewithal just to know to spin like that, and then they end up getting a transition goal. But it's those little plays that can keep you in a game. And at this point now, it's looking like, oh boy, Halifax is going to keep going.
Well, Wesley steps up and he's playing ball. Boom.
Yeah, and that one, you think Hills might want that one back, but nobody steps up and moves to him on the pressure.
Well, look at his hands right there where you have it right there. Hands are free. You're in front. You got the angle. Take that shot.
Yeah.
Goalie stepped away. You got the angle on him. And he did. Nice shot. 5-hole.
It was that beautiful little fake pass makes Hill kind of do the little half step towards it, and then he steps down in that one. So Vegas's power play looked really good.
They were on. They finally got
They
it
were
on.
3 for 6, and that one basically they were 4 for 6. You see the guy coming out of the box and not
Just
able to
stepped on.
catch up to him.
Yep.
But this one, Tarafinko all the way down, beautiful shot, but Kells with a nice save, and then we
Kells
go the
up
other
coming,
direction.
and here we go. Where's Christ?
Yeah, I tell you,
Cursed.
Cursed. So I think, is there 3 Cursed brothers that are playing in the NLL right now?
I believe there's 2 on one team, isn't there?
There's 2 on Halifax is one of them.
Right.
But yeah, no, the Cursed boys played against each other, and I am a huge fan of this Cursed. Nice fake shot and then rips it. Everybody thinks Hellier's getting that ball there. Nobody thinks Cursed is shooting that. Tyson Bell gets called for that. And my favorite is he's arguing with the ref. He's like, I can't believe you're going to call that. Watch the replay. And then when you look at the replay, the ball's way down there, and he just turns and
cracked him.
whack.
Cracked him.
Nice save by him.
Greg, I can't wait for September is going to be crazy in Utica.
Oh, my goodness. All of this.
Oh, my goodness. I am so excited.
Yeah, it's going to be nonstop. This is a beautiful almost play here, but it's you kind of shoot yourself in the foot because, yes, you pick the pass off, but now you get going through the crease, stepping back in.
Did he catch it on the outside?
He did. He catches it right here.
Right there. He's got it. Yep.
He's got it in his stick. There's the step. Yep. So beautiful call by the ref.
Good call by the officials.
That's a tough call, man. That's fast, and they got it right.
Yeah, they're doing. I like how they're getting to the replays. They're making a quick judgment. It was definitely seen in the at the very beginning of the next game that we're going over. Good stuff. Good job by the officials.
Yeah, and this was, and honestly, here, this was just crazy. Hey, you typed that in the Google chat, Paul, not in the YouTube chat.
Well, that's how I work.
He says, "What's up?" He says, "What's up, Yeti Nation?" in the Google chat. I was like, "Why did that just beep at me?" But yeah,
I'm trying.
So I mean, Vegas almost shot themselves in the foot. They come down. Hill makes a beautiful save, and then right there they get the moving pick. Wasn't needed at all. I mean, he was already gone at that point, and then Vegas comes down and Vegas scores here.
Yeah, Hellier is boom. Nice rebound, keeps it moving.
Being able to pick up that loose ball is so big.
Nice behind the back. Was that Hannah?
I believe so, yeah. Jack Hannah down to Hellier. Yeah, and what a laser. He doesn't have it for very long. Beautiful. I mean, you just see he draws Withers all the way over and then throws it back. That's when that behind the back is really useful.
Very much.
Not much you can expect Kells to do on that one. And that's what I mean. Is Cody Jamieson, that's the kind of leader he is. So they are, things aren't going their way. Vegas is on a 4-goal run. And now nobody scored in almost 10 minutes. And then right before the fourth quarter, Jamieson, and this is the play I was talking about where Bo Hunter scored earlier in the game. So when you watch, because you're sitting here thinking, and it's easy for us to Monday morning quarterback it, but you're going, who are you going to take, Bo Hunter or Cody Jamieson? Well, you're between a rock and a hard place on that one because Bo Hunter is up top with it. And the way he steps like he's going to pass, you see Kells. Yeah, you watch Kells' shoulders do that like shimmy shake because he's stepping up onto him. Then he's like, oh, shit, there goes the pass. Beautiful.
Well, a great fake shot. That's a step down. I'm ready to rip it 90 miles an hour, and I dump it off.
And he already beat him with it earlier.
Yeah. Well, that's why he was stepping out. He knows the shot's coming. Great setup.
Yeah. No, that was huge. And then here's Curse just battling for the ball. He ends up. I love this one. Like, he puts him in a headlock, takes him down. Tyson Bell jumps on top of him.
Gives him the Bundy splash.
Yeah. I like it, the Bundy splash.
He did, too. He just came right in all belly. Badunk.
Yeah, and you see Withers just like, huh? Just like, I love it. He pretends like he's not even there, tries to walk through him. Tyson Bell, though, gives him his helmet, so sportsmanship there. But then Theed now decides he's going to heat up a little bit.
Nice outside ripper.
And these gloves, boom. He's a monster.
Hands are free. Hands are free. Look at the size of them.
But just look at the bodies in between there. He can't see the goal.
No.
There's no way. So right now you've got basically 3,
There's
desert
5 of them
dogs.
right there. There's 3 and 2
Yeah.
in front of the goalie. Arms up, stretched out. The goalie's away from the pipe. Chances are good.
Yeah. I threw this arrow in here. So there's Ryan Benesh gets stuck down here on defense. So Vegas has got to be going, okay, we got Benesh down here. We're going to feed it in there to Rouet. And no, Benesh knocks it down.
It's what veterans do. They know how to play the game.
Yeah, they know exactly. You know how to play the game, not just that. Now Tyson Bell up front fakes the shot. But, I mean, that's an easy decision for Tyson Bell. You look, he steps 1, 2, there's 3, and then he's got somebody running up. But he says, you know what, let's let the professionals get out here on the floor. And then kudos to them. They block the shot. Theed tries to shoot, but Theed says, you know what, give it back to me, boys. Let me show you. I can finish it.
My hands are free. Great shot. He's got the goalie moving from one side to the other.
Well, he has to step out, and then he has to step over, and that's just so hard to do. Theed gets rid of that quick. Yeah, there's not much you could expect from Kells on that.
Kells, nice try, but not this time.
Yeah, it's out. It's on its way out. It's less than a second, most of these guys, when they do it.
But he comes back with another big save.
Yeah.
Huge. Which leads to some transition, move it down the field.
And a beautiful pass all the way over. And that's what I mean. Rouet just feeds it over. A beautiful feed. This right here, though, is huge. He feeds it over. He waits for Hasek to step up onto him, though, and then starts the movement.
Yep.
Opens his hip up, like he's going to shoot, and then feeds it over to the side. As soon as Hasek steps, I mean, that is instantaneous. He's reading him. Kudos to Kurse. Great pass by Rouet, and they get it over there.
Good job.
Oh, that was Wagner. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. That one was Wagner. And
521. There you go.
This could be, Peterson stepping down and getting that, but right there you see beautiful save, Kells, but there's 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Although they were able to really quiet down Halifax's offense, if you look at the second half, they only scored 3 goals, and Halifax definitely is not going to be happy with their third quarter production. They were able to kill a lot of 30-second shot clocks, and they did a really good job, getting shots. They had some good opportunities. Kelps played all right, but it really, I don't know.
The story of the run. It's the story of the run. They got their run early. They got their goals, and as far as Hill came in, made some great saves, and they sucked it out to the very end.
Yeah. No, they like I said, they a great job just eating up as much of this shot clock as they can pretty much every time and getting some good opportunities, not able to convert, unfortunately for them. But I mean, look at that. That you're thinking, oh wait, would have been a goal. Wait, too many men. Here we go. So now they're down a man. Because that when I'm watching at first, I was like, what the heck was that? And then I seen the ref's hands. I was like, oh, man. And nice beautiful ball
power
movement.
Play goal. They got the power play goal in there. Now coming up, if I'm not mistaken, maybe it's after it was this goal here. Maybe it was the last goal. There's a 30-second face-off. Where they knock off 30 seconds just on the scrum at the center X. I'm like, what a great defensive play.
Yeah.
Keep it dead and just kill that clock.
Yeah, no, that was straight 30 seconds. They're just battling for the ball. I think we already showed that highlight, though. I believe I saw that one.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
My bad.
But look, there's no room there at all.
Nothing. Squeak. How you doing? Kells.
Right here, though. That almost cost him.
Yeah.
And, I mean, really, though, when you look at this, Vegas, they are playing good, but I don't know.
A little early on that shot. Definitely a little early, I think.
I think, yeah, definitely. But I think this is, I think what you watched here, though, is why Halifax, they play to the level of who they're playing against so often.
Right.
Yeah. And really, they they take a lot of shots that make the goalie look good.
Jammer coming around heavy.
Shot clock
Hot.
violation, that one, though. They rolled the whole
Yep.
thing through. Beautiful job. But then empty net down there. They get the shot. They get the goal. It's like, okay, Halifax better hold on. They got to be careful now.
Better win that next draw. Nice ripper by Hannah.
I don't know how you expect him to see it. Yeah, that was Jack Hanna.
Yeah.
And that was the last goal. Here comes that 30-second face-off you were talking about.
Yeah. That's what I'm sitting there watching the clock. I'm like, that clock is ticking. It's ticking.
Yeah, so the goal happened at 2:01, and at 1:30 about is when he gets the ball. So there's 30 seconds gone. Now they've got possession. We can get another 30 seconds maybe, get it down to about a minute. And there's Tyson Bell again. He doesn't throw it to anybody, but he throws it to an area where he knows his guy can get it. And only his guy can get it.
Yep.
Huge play. And then, fast forward, they eat the whole shot clock up, throw it off. They come down. But it puts them in a position where now there's less than a minute. They have to score in the shot clock, you're thinking.
You got to put one in now if you're going to get a chance for another one.
And then that right there. And kudos to him, chasing him out after it. And yeah, Tarafinko goes out, and the ball actually pops out, but they end up with it. Huge pick off there by Vegas, but it doesn't matter because Warren Hill makes. Oh wait, no, that was the defender soaked that one up.
That was Birdie that got that shot off. Probably could have went to the goal a little bit more, but again, time is ticking.
Yeah, and huge play here. Armstrong could have gotten himself another goal. Instead, you see he just runs around.
Yep, killed that clock.
Yeah,
great game. As far as they were a little, and you want to know what? There's some blood. Two teams that battled hard. It was a game at the end. Props to Vegas. I'm still a Vegas follower. I'm enjoying watching what they got. It's a matter of digging deep, as far as wanting it more than the other team. You got a lot of young guys. Time to step up. I'm sure that's what coach is saying. It's time for you guys to step up.
Yeah, I mean, you're all pro players now. You either prove that you can do it or you can't, and that's a big thing for Halifax is they're winning those close games. But I mean, they had a couple points where they didn't push guys out of the crease and it cost them. Hill was able to come up with a couple of big saves, but they also did that against Las Vegas. I don't see them doing that against Buffalo or any of the other, the guys that have a consistency of guys that can put it away. Jackson looked good, though. I mean, that's another bright spot for Vegas is Jackson's looking good. Bertrand's getting better all the time. He had a couple of nice shots. Hill came up big.
My 3 stars, I went with Jammer for number 3. I thought he definitely had the highlight goal of the game. Patterson was my number 2, and Hill, I thought with 45 saves, some of them, especially down at the end, were huge, and got to give him the props, no question.
Yeah, making the right saves, and him and Jamison both, though. I mean, Cody Jamison scoring that goal to break the drought. That's scoring the right goal. When he needed to, he scores the big one. Yeah, no, and getting the loose balls, and him and Hill making the saves. And if they are going to make it far, it's going to have to be because those guys can do what they do. I think the question that always comes down to Halifax is Vanessa Jamison or no spring chickens, and can they hold up for the entire season?
Well, so far so good.
Looking good right now.
So far so good. They're doing everything they need to do to make sure their teams are winning.
Yeah, no, it's definitely looking good now, and obviously they're gonna, going in, they definitely can do it if they can continue to get Hill to make the saves that they need to make, and I think everything comes down to defense and goalie. You look at these games, like the next game we're going to look at. San Diego scored 8 goals. You cannot expect to win these games. There's not a lot of games won with 8 goals. There might be 1 or 2 a year, if that. But if your defense can hold them down to double digits, I say it all the time. If you keep them under 10 goals, your offense has got to help you.
Well, last week San Diego put 16 on. They had, they doubled themselves up against the Mammoth. It should happen against the Riptide. The Riptide are going into that game 4-4. But you want to know what? They're Spidey. They got their Spidey senses going. I was
just gonna say that. It took me a minute. I clicked on this game and I was like, I just saw the jerseys at first and I was like, something's not right. That's not what we're supposed to be seeing here. But yeah, no, the Spidey Man jerseys, I liked it. Dunkerley though reaches out there, gets a good one, and actually both goalies played really good. Look at Alighieri there, shutting him down on the doorstep.
Back and forth it was. I mean, very good. The first half definitely was owned by the goalies.
In the second half, even better.
A transition goal finally gets him on the board. Boom. It's a huge guy. Huge, wild.
Yeah.
As far as came down, fake, got him moving, stuffed it home.
Yeah. And here comes the penalty. Just kind of grabbed him right in the headlock, threw him down onto the ground, and then right there, Berg, it almost cost him, but props to him. They get the ball back, get it over to Stotts, and gets the rebound. Talk about it all the time. The rebounds are so huge. You get so many of these shots, and that one just barely sneaks in off the side. But again, do you see how Dixon, as he's stepping, it looks like he's going to shoot, and then you see him. I tried to get it where you could see he was stepping out, but he gets him step out just enough, and then he buries it by him. New York, though, I tell you, this New York defense, though, if they can continue to get the you need 3-4 saves out of Dunkerley that you don't expect him to make. And really, if you can get that.
No goal. You get no goal because Dunkerley made the save.
That's right.
That's what you want.
So right there you saw his glove hit the net. But if you can shut down 2 or 3 of those plays a night, and you look at this, they keep him to 8 goals. Oh, wait, that's the 3 extra saves you needed.
That's it. Kid was on fire. What a great first period.
Yeah. No, him with the defense, they make a good match. And this one, so the refs on the field, I think, disagreed in the way they usually go.
They were. One was putting his arms up. The other one was waving it off. It was quite entertaining.
So now, what I remember from this is, like in Albany when they did this, it goes to, we got OJ, we got Owen in the comments. What's up, Owen?
What's up, Owen?
But the whoever the head official is, they side with them, so the head official probably called no goal, and then if it's in, there was not, what do they call it, confutable, or.
Well, each goal is considered, so their best concept there is to let it be considered a goal,
conclusive.
So that it can go to conclusive, so it can go to review.
Right, but there's nothing conclusive. Get it right. There's no conclusive, not enough conclusive evidence to overturn the no. Because I'm guessing the head referee called no goal. So There we go. No goal for them. They come down. And this is huge.
Let's work it.
Well, I mean, now the quarter's expiring. They shut you down. Stotts comes down.
And buries it.
And now you got to think the momentum's going their way. And it continues. They go on a nice run here.
This is where it started, yeah. It was, that's a great over-the-top shot. You got the goalie at the mercy for the most part.
Yeah.
He buried it.
Yeah, so then they get a moving pick. Stotts is going to start with the ball down low. And boom. I love that. He whacks him afterwards. He's like, come on, man. But no, that's not in his stick. So the first camera angle, when they go, the camera couldn't get the ball. It went so fast. It was out of his stick so fast you couldn't see it. And then I love this where they make it take it. You get Baptiste, you get the draw. Here we go. Oh, how you like them apples? Stepping all the way across. Goalie can't see nothing.
The outside shot in the second killed him. I want to say 5 of the guys, maybe not 5, 4 of them anyhow were from the outside, just darn near a step inside the restraining line.
Yeah, Dunkerley can barely see. He doesn't see when the shot's coming until it's too late.
Yeah.
He steps around both guys there. This one again, though, Coach Tony says it all the time. Where is all the angle? The middle of the net.
In the middle. Get in the middle of the field. Close that door.
Yeah. Again, he turns that corner, and as soon as he turns the corner, the shot's on its way out. You get the goalie step all the way across, and he puts a pass back to the near side.
Huge 5-goal run. But that's what you're wanting. That's what you're looking for.
And it was
the runs.
Fairly spread out, and then they get the possession. They get down here again, and now you see this play right here. Off the pipe. Oh.
The best friend.
So instead of going on a 6-goal run, we now get, oh, wait, that's Jeff T. Here we go. And he gets his first goal of the game. So they held him for a little over a quarter and a half. And now he scores one, but they get a penalty here, pushing the back. And this was a great call.
Yeah.
I like it, though, because you watch when he comes down, the player says, he's like, hey, my bad. You can basically see he's like, I pushed him. My bad. He's not ripping him off the goalie. Like, "Argh." He's like, oh, yeah, that's on me. Yeah, he hits him right in the nameplate, basically.
Yep. Right into the goalie. Good call by the officials. He was on top of it.
You'll see another one later that doesn't go that way.
There you do.
Dunkerley comes up with a big save there. But this one, whew,
Boom. Stats.
Like-
Stats.
it's just a quick little snap, and now two more. And at this point, I'm watching it going, oh boy, I think they got Dunkerley figured out.
The outside shot. Well, that's quite a good screen right there.
Well, and that's when you're talking the outside shot, though. Every one of them was from in the middle like that, going through a screen or guys moving from east to west. So yes, they are the outside shot, but they were up front, and you see New York
the
adjust. Yeah, and you see New York adjust to that and start putting the pressure out to push the guys out a lot better come the second half. It was a completely different second half for New York.
It clearly definitely lit up Teat, and it definitely got Connor Keenan going.
Yeah, Kiernan, that was beautiful.
Kiernan.
I'm always so impressed with the way that these guys can just so elegantly tiptoe. And I mean, I think that's a good no call there on the screen because you look, it doesn't look like it's not. Well, I got to go back one more. I slowed it down because most of that's underneath that arm on the side.
A little bit of a dive there.
Could have been in the back, but I think more of a dive, like you said, and then a beautiful job tiptoeing around the crease. I think it's a good no call there.
Big save.
Yeah, this
No, didn't get through.
No,
Didn't,
that's huge, and that's what started happening though. Is they started getting it, they started getting the second shots. This time, it's not a push in the back, and the ref tells him, "Drag it." He is not happy. He says, "Get out of here right now." That is absolutely goalie interference, and Dobie, go take a seat.
You're sitting down for two.
So I think they got it right though. They called the first one great with the push in the back, and then the next
Nice
one they called
one-handed
goalie
scoop.
interference. Oh yeah, that pass over from Teat.
Yeah.
Oh. And
He
actually,
was on fire.
yeah.
He was on fire second half.
And look at where that shot is. In the
Right
middle,
front.
wide
Right
open.
Smack in the middle.
Beautiful job. Nobody even steps up like they're going to go at him. He decides he's going to play goalie. Instead, just screens the goalie. But, Stotts comes up here, and this is big. They answer again quick, so it's like, okay, they stop it at a 2-goal run. As of right now, everything is looking like it's going San Diego's way.
Yeah.
That was a
It
beautiful
definitely
fake
is.
pass and then stepped in and just rips
Just
it.
a laser.
When you look here, too, you see he's got just enough room. Whoop.
Oh.
And it's gone by the time the ball gets by him. He steps. He's just a half a second too late.
Great job. Great job.
Right, and then New York does a much better job in the second half, controlling the rebounds, not giving them multiple shots. The loose ball count went way more in their favor. And there's Jeff Teat, wide open out
Where-
front. Beautiful step.
Where is it?
But there's
right
that.
smack in the middle.
That's that hand check, too. He just reaches out with a stick. Jeff Teat's one of the leading goal scorers and one of the best lacrosse goal scorers right now. I mean, hands down, I don't think anybody will really argue that much. And then you cannot one hand on him to play defense.
He's so elusive. He's a quick twister and able to use a one-hand simple pass to get the assist. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
I thought
Up
that
to the
one
belt.
could have. I thought that could have been a. That could have been a
5-minute?
5-minute call.
It was close.
Yeah, they called the elbow. They gave him the
Nice
2,
pass. Nice rebound.
and right
Work
here
the
though,
ball around.
beautiful
Nice.
behind the back. Teat steps in, draws both defenders, and that's like you see Leclerc and everybody just by it hook, line, and sinker, and they have the guy down back, so they drew him down, and then he's all alone.
That defenseman's supposed to be sliding over cross crease as fast as possible.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely should have been. But you also got to look at the back and go, Rubish, why are you still guarding the guy behind the net right now?
Well, is that his job? If that we're locking, what was it, 68? If we're locking 68 off,
Larson sundown, yeah, you're worried about that. It very well could have been.
a lot of different scenarios. A lot of different scenarios. Brain fart. You
Yeah.
throw that in there too.
And right here, this is a beautiful, just tiptoes around, keeps his feet out of the crease, and they score here.
Get the ball up the field.
Yeah. And really, Dunkerley played really, really well. Alighieri played great, but this run here from New York, San Diego's offense just did not do a good enough job about getting loose balls, getting second possessions, and really New York just physically dominated them in the second half. Here's
Second half.
boom,
Crushed them.
this hit. And this is just like he just little push in the back, but watch his hands don't come up. He just turns his shoulder and kind of like braces himself for impact. He doesn't extend into him. But yeah, Stotts is slow to get up, but I think New York did a beautiful job stepping up physically in the second half, not allowing the guys to step in the middle.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that was a monster hit, and then they come down and they score off of that one.
Teat doing what Teat does.
1, 2, 3, 4. Stotts is still making his way, and he comes on, but it doesn't matter because Teat says, "Watch this."
I can shoot outside too, boys.
Yeah, just a beautiful step in, and as soon as he notices a goalie comes in a little bit, he puts it right back to that near side pipe.
Hands are free.
And a beautiful.
Kiernan doing what Kiernan does. Gets it around the hip.
And it's so funny, too, because looking from this position, you're thinking, oh, you shoot that near side. But no, he puts that far side just over his leg. And a beautiful shot, Kiernan. And we got a good goal. And that's because everyone after the final 2 minutes are going to review.
They're under review. Yep. Seals working around, trying to push tempo.
Well, trying to hold on to the possession more than anything, but New York just physically dominating them. And then, boom, big save right there. He's wide open in the middle, and nice save. But no, New York does. Yeah, New York does a good job of just physically beating them down, and then they get the transition going. And that's the other thing, though, is
Edwards finished it. Yeah.
How many transition goals did we see from San Diego?
Nothing.
San Diego does really good 5-on-5. They're man up. New York's man up looked better. And here Dobie's pissed. At this time the frustration sets in. And really you understand why they're frustrated. They score one goal in the entire second half.
Second half. Shutout in the fourth period.
Yeah, shutout in the fourth quarter. You're supposed to be the offensive team. The best 5-on-5 team. Really, I think a lot of that credit goes to New York. They did a great job pushing transition. Their defense physically stepped up, and they were just what a difference from the first half to the second half. They did not allow them to control the middle at all.
The coaches did what the coaches need to do. They went in, they made modification, they made the changes. Let's get the right person on the field for the right personnel that they're putting on the field.
I've been watching the New York with Ron John down there, and their defense is good. And, I mean, they always say it, offense will win you a couple of games, defense wins you championships. And Absolutely. If they can continue to get that kind of play out of Dunkerley, and their defense can continue to work with them like that and put that kind of pressure on guys and physically own the middle and then get those handful of transition goals when their offense is struggling. But, I mean, you look at the first half, and you're thinking for New York, you're like, oh, my goodness, you guys scored 2 goals in the first half. That you can't expect to win many games with that. Well,
no.
At least they scored 2 goals because
San
Diego only got 1 in the second half.
Yeah. And props again to Teat and Kiernan and the defense as well. Mainly but Dunkerley, 50. What do you have? 52 saves.
52 saves.
Huge. Huge.
Yeah, no. Dunkerley came up big, and I think a lot of those, though, they did leave the outside shots, and it does leave you guilty when a few of them go in. You're kind of looking at them going, how you letting the outside shots in? Well, there were 60 of them, And
was 60.
he only let 8 by him. That's a pretty good night.
It's not a bad night, as far as the talent level between Dixon and Stotts, all of them. It's world class talent that's out on the floor, and these goalies are coming up with 52 saves. Respectively, respectively. All the goalies throughout the league are. No, not throughout. There's some teams that are needing to find the right fit, but I'm definitely enjoying watching the Riptide. I'm excited that I picked him first overall. I told you that earlier when we were chatting. But who's your first pick? He said. Noecker comes out with Jeff T.
And I tell you, and you're looking like a genius right now. But the other thing is, so right now I just did it. That was an 86 save percentage. They say. I'm trying to remember what coach it was I was watching. I think it was the Vancouver coach, McCloskey. And he goes, you need an 80% save percentage. If you're going to be a goalie in this league and you want to give your team a chance to win, you got to be right around 80 minimum.
Yep.
You can get away with maybe a 78, 79. 86, that's going to give you better than, better that 50 save night. Anytime your goalie makes 50 saves, offense, you better do something. Because if your goalie makes 50 saves and they still get double digits, now you're looking at it going, how many shots are you guys letting in? How did they have that much possession? Then you're looking at the whole team, why was your offensive not possessing the ball long enough? And I think that's a big thing, the rebounds and the loose balls. When you look at the loose balls from the first half to the second half, it was crazy. New York just buckled down and did what they needed to do, and New York did a great job.
Great job. Great defense. Stifle. They went to the market with the Seals and got some good skin.
Got some good skin.
Pelt. They got some good pelt there.
So the first game we watched, Halifax, and Halifax is going to take on Buffalo this week. That's going to be a big game.
That's a huge game right there. As far as put your cowboy boots on, because there's going to be a lot of roughhousing in that game. No question.
Halifax plays like that, and so does Buffalo. Honestly, that's my pick for game of the week. I think that's going to be exciting. And especially, but that's
not for nothing. Can New York do what New York's got to do and go into Toronto, who lost at home?
Toronto's lost the last 2.
Yeah. That's a big stage right there.
Makes Albany look a little better after their skid.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got to regroup. Hopefully, what I'm hoping for Albany is they can find something with their man up. Their power play's got to produce.
The way Colorado's been playing, I think this is a big game for both teams. We're going to see who's going to turn their team. We're at the 12-week mark. We're halfway. What are we doing, boys? Let's go. And so I think this is a huge game for Albany and Colorado. I mean, Colorado, if Dylan Ward plays good, but also what's going on with Dougie? He's got the lower body injury, but
it's not a hamstring. It's lower back.
Lower body. It's a hamstring.
Okay, so it's hamstring.
Yeah, no, it's tricky.
A couple weeks off. Well, it's going on 3. He sat 2. Well, he sat the partial of the first one, and then he sat the second one, and then they had the bye. So he's working on 3 weeks. You got to hope that hopefully that medication and therapy have done their job.
Yeah. No, I think hopefully he'll be back. I think that'll be taken care of. That Toronto New York game's going to be that's big. There's no more East Coast West Coast thing. We'll go through the standings here in a little bit. But this Philadelphia Las Vegas game, as far as the bottom of the bracket goes, you gotta, if you're Philadelphia and Vegas, if you want a chance to make the playoffs, you got to win this game.
Got to win it.
It's basically a must-win for them. I mean, I know it's not an absolute must-win yet, but we're starting to get to that point of the season that if they want to come up. And then I'm really interested to see Calgary plays fast. They play transition. They're playing Halifax on a doubleheader. After they just played Buffalo, we just talked about what kind of game that's going to be. Buffalo is tough. They're going to be beating the snot out of them all night. Can Halifax and their old men go up there, and can the Young Bucks carry them through? Because you've got a lot of young talent up there, but you also got a lot of old men that play up there.
Yeah, it's going to be a long weekend for Halifax, no question. As far as that's where your goalie, you hope your goalie is on all weekend long. No question there. Can the old boys do what they got to do? It's
What's
are
going
you
on
a
with
champion? Are you a champion? Or are you just another team?
and what's up with Rochester? They're heading into a bye week and they definitely need the rest, but losing to Georgia, I mean, we're starting to see the way that's shaping up. That game, I thought if Rochester was going to start turning things around because they've been on a little bit of a skid lately, and they didn't answer the call. And right
No, they
now,
didn't.
when you look at the standings, it's I mean Albany's still up top, but honestly, Albany is if they might make the playoffs, but they're far from a lock. They need to start winning. If they can't beat Colorado this weekend, it's tough. And Toronto's lost their last two, so both of the teams that were 6-0 now lost their last two games. San Diego, the third place team, just got beat by New York, who didn't win a game in December. It's like, what is going on with the NLL right now? It's crazy. Georgia's finally answered. Buffalo is Buffalo. You got to expect they're going to be in the top. This game for them right now is going to be huge because in the standings, one of them's going to end up with 6 wins. So if Albany or Toronto wins, they can end up with 6 or 7
7.
and pull ahead.
Yep.
But now Buffalo or Halifax is going to end up with 6 wins and join that 6-win category. So we're going to see the way that shakes out. It's going to be interesting because, like I said, if Albany or Toronto wins, well, then they're still in first.
Right.
But
Great
Buffalo,
weekend.
Halifax, who's joining them? Who's gonna take the clear second place from it? But it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out. I honestly think the game of the weekend, though, is going to be that Buffalo Halifax game. But that Toronto New York, I have not been disappointed with any of New York's games. Every time I watch them, the defense is playing good, the goalies are playing good. To score on New York, you got to do some crazy stuff usually. And San Diego just proved that if you want to go in there and try to beat them 5-on-5, good luck with that.
Yep. Well, it's time for a rose to smell like a rose because that this past weekend definitely hurt them.
It did, but I mean,
it made them.
it was 11.
It made them. Yeah, go on.
It was 11. It was only 11 goals. I mean, I think honestly the biggest problem with Toronto is their offense has not been tearing it up. They have a phenomenal offense if they can get it together.
Well, they're not spring chickens either.
Well, they're not spring chickens, but
Schreiber's
back.
Schreiber, he's back. But that's why I'm trying to pull up the stats real quick just to see how he did. And again, they got to find their gel. He's only been back the second game now.
Yeah, he played 2. This will be his 3rd game.
Let's see here, Mr. Schreiber. Let's go Rock. And he had 2 assists.
Yeah,
on 7 shots. So he's shooting the ball, but those shots got to go in.
Yeah. No, I mean, and they had 14 goals against Buffalo, and then they had 14 goals against the Riptide. So they've beaten the Riptide before, and they were able to score 14 goals. But other than that, though, I mean, Calgary held them to 9 goals. Yeah, they won the game, but they still held them to 9 goals. And this week, 10 goals, and it's like, what's going on with the offense?
It's find the mojo, boys. Find the mojo.
Yeah, everybody will have to make sure you tune in to me and Owen. We'll be Calgary. Yeah, Calgary's got this Sunday in the Dome, he said. But me and Owen will be talking about that Rock game, so I don't want to get too into the Calgary Rock game. I think the key is Toronto's offense is going to have to get it together. If you want to be that team that goes all the way, your defense holds them to under double digits. You got to get 11.
Got to get 11. Got to have a goalie that's 80% and some.
And even with the 11, you're still talking 3-4 transition goals, maybe 5. So you're really only talking your offense needs to get that 7.
Yeah. It's you got to have a team consistent. You got to be, if I'm trying to think Rochester here real quick. What's his name on the left side?
Weeks. Our Fields.
Where's Fields stepping up? That's consistency. You got to be consistent. Teat right now, you're taking 20 shots. Okay, well, you're taking 20 shots, but you're getting 10 points. Or what do you have? 7 points. 7 points on the night. That's consistent. That's flow. That he's getting assists. I'm impressed with the Tide right now. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah,
going to be a good game.
No, that should be a good one. There's really not I don't know. I think the way New York's been playing, I think they've still got some upside. I definitely don't think it's a must win for them. I think it could be a statement win though for them.
Yeah.
As you look forward to go, I mean, if they continue to run, this could be a huge statement for them. You know, hey, we're here, boys, and we ain't going anywhere. Guess what?
You got to say that throughway is pretty potent. That's a pretty potent New York State throughway gauntlet.
Gotta love I-90.
I love it. I love it.
I-90 is tough.
We're right in the middle. I know we are as far as Utica is, but you know, to the left, to the right, there's great lacrosse going on.
Yeah,
Great lacrosse.
but as you look at the stat leaders, so you've got Teat with 30, but Callum Crawford. We didn't even talk about Panther City, but oh my goodness, was that a game?
I didn't even touch it.
I know, and I'm not even going to try to jump into it because we've already been on for about an hour, so we're not going to jump into that. We'll just go through some of the stat leaders here. Lyle Thompson, 25. Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith is, I think, in a couple more years, going to be that guy. He's going to be the leader. I don't know if he's going to get Teat-like numbers, but he's good. And as long as the rest of the offense can continue, when Connor Fields isn't forcing 20 shots, if he gets around 15 shots, and then Ryan Smith can get the rest, and the rest of the offense can do good. I mean that
not for nothing, but if you're taking a look at the leader of that, who should be up there concept on the for Rochester, you know, you didn't think Ryan Smith was going to be the leader of that team right now.
No, not with that many.
No, not at all. Fields, yeah, not Smith. Good for him. Props to him. Kid stepping in, taking care of business.
Yeah, no, he's looked amazing. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Ryan Smith. I think as he continues to grow in this sport is just going to be amazing. He's so freaking big is the problem though. Like a lot of these guys, like Teat's not a small guy, but that Smith is just a huge kid.
He's a big guy. Yeah, he's a big kid on the right side.
Yeah, when he stands next, like I stood next to him on the plexiglass one day, and I was like, oh wow. I'm not a real small guy. I'm not big by any stretch of the imagination, but he made me feel small.
A lot of those guys make me feel small, and I'm 6'2". There's some big boys out there, man.
Yeah,
it's great. I'm looking at the stats, you know, and we're just talking about Connor Fields. Connor Fields is leading the league right now in 120 shots. Not for nothing, but you know, again, he was 0 for this past week. That's not good. Not good.
No, you can't expect to win many games. Like I said, Rochester, they better figure it out. But maybe this is what they needed because last year, what did they start off? You know, 14 and
well, that run. Yeah, that run
they were on a crazy run last year, and it worked pretty good for them. But I mean, I don't know. Georgia, I think, is just peaking right now.
Peaking, or are they just the middle of the ride?
They could be. I don't know. I think if they play 7 games, I'm picking the Nighthawks in 4 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
Launchberry
comes down to
goalie play too. Is Hutchcraft is he a big dog?
That's true. That is very true. Is Hutchcraft Dobson, and Dobson's kind of cooled down too, but maybe, like I said, I haven't watched that game yet. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't know. But yeah, Connor Fields, 13 shots. Launchberry, 10 shots. They need a little more. 13 shots, 1 goal for Connor Fields. That's not good. McConvoy shooting 1 for 3. That's amazing. Ryan Smith 3 for 11. Yeah, those stats are good. But Connor Fields has got to start scoring more. But he wasn't forcing too many shots.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here going through the stats as well, and the goalies got to have the saves. And we just went over Dunkerley and or Wrigley. However you say it, Chris.
Chris, yeah.
Chris. But they're tied in saves, 345 saves. That's a great job.
Yeah. No, it is
top side.
It's impressive. All right, Paul, we've been over an hour.
Brother, I got to say a couple quick things. I want to give a shout out to the yesterday. I was able to get down to the Marine Corps League in Ilion, New York, and I met some great Patriots down at the Super Bowl party that Mike put on, and was able to shake some hands and say thank you and high five some people. And definitely want to give a shout out to the Marine Corps League, because Mike does a great job taking care of our veterans. Huge to them. As far as the Nexus Center, once again, we're set. If people are interested in contacting, get a hold of me. If you're interested in partaking in Utica Yeti festivities coming up here, we're starting on March 17th. Tryouts will start. As far as it's going to be a long tryout this year, we won't be cutting until probably sometime in May. So we want to make sure that everybody's getting ready and searching for that quest of the regional championship, and then going on.
That being said,
on.
if somebody doesn't make
Yeah.
the team, everybody is invited to open floor nights. Most guys are invited to practice. You guys have never told somebody they can't practice, right?
No, anybody that registers is going to be getting a jersey. That's their jersey from the time we take the floor on the 10th to we hang up the cleats.
Right. So when you say tryouts, you're talking about every week you have a chance to earn your spot on the team.
Every week. If you're a guy that has been on the team going on year 4, don't be expected that you're going to get the PT time. It's those who are making the commitment that want to be at practice and learn from the coaches that we got and the players that we got and the style of play that we're playing. You're going to be able to learn it for 4 or 5 months. It's not a 2-month just get over the hump type of thing. We're going for it.
In case anybody's wondering about the coaching staff for the Utica Yetis, you've got Tony Sorcy, assistant coach for the Team USA women's box team. They play under the same rules as the men's, so kudos to Coach Tony for that. You also have playing offense. Well, at least last year he played offense, as far as we know. Neil Powell
coming back. Neil's coming back.
I
talked to Neil. We're right now. We got 23 guys that have said they are coming back. So from there, we're going to. As far as add to the family, we got open positions, and we got guys that are hungry. They're a little pissed off over last year's finals in regards to we need to be more committed, and not that we weren't committed. We were committed, but we need more guys. We got more guys that are wanting to come practice with us. We're growing it. I'm excited for for our sponsors of what we're offering up this year. The Nexus Center is an incredible facility, worldwide facility, top notch, the Igloo as we call it, and we're there again. We're there full time. Our practices are going to be there. Our games are there. It's good stuff.
We're gonna have to find somebody to sponsor Owen to get out there one of these days, because if he lived closer, he'd come out there. He said, but.
I would love to see him, if you can't get to a Yeti game, to get down to the World Games. That's
what I mean. Is if we can get him up here, maybe we can try to hook it up. We'll try to find a way to get it. We got to find a sponsor for Owen to get to the World Games. If anybody wants to sponsor Owen to come to the World Games, let us know.
Let us know, because you want to know what, it's going to be incredible here in Utica. Leading up to that, there's a lot of great lacrosse leading up to the World Games, so we're pretty fired up about being a part of it. It's not just a simple season; it's a family. The guys that and even the guys that have gone on to play for other teams. As far as they came down last week, the Spirit, we had them down. Cookie came, Ty Hill came. Nate Jobson was there, and Connor. I'm not sure of Connor's last name, but it's open right now. It's open through Tri-City. This is open play. We're just encouraging. We got guys that are in high school to 60. Bobby Dix is 62, and he's banging. He's Matty Chappell. These are old school Division III All-Americans that they're still playing ball, and it's great to see. So don't think it's an age thing, because whether you're young or whether you're old, you want to know what? You want to be on the field, we have the opportunity for you to get out on the field. So stop down Wednesday nights at 8:30 at the Nexus Center.
Yeah, even if you're just there to learn a little bit, try to pass some of that knowledge on to some other
kids.
Special
this week is it's Valentine's Day. Bring your lovey down to watch you play.
I would imagine the numbers for this week might be down a little bit, but
not necessarily. We've gone through. Goalies are already Mario and Sully will be back this week. Paul can't get up, but as far as the numbers last week, everybody said they're there. So last week, I think we had 27 with the guys coming down from the Spirits. And like I said, it's open play. It's a great run for $10. You're getting a run. You're getting some great medicine, and you want to know what? At the end, everybody's high-fiving and saying, see you next week. So that's a cool thing. On that note, Greg Beecher, Yeti Nation, we can't thank you enough, Greg Beecher, because you want to know what? Without you, nobody's seeing this. And I thank you. Thank you, my friend.
Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you guys next Monday.
Peace.
Hello, Yeti Nation. Get down to the Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Fay Farms, where's the beef at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Family Landscaping, make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. The Black River Ale House, where the Romans go. Dura Products, who's got the pipe? Jimmy Fay's got the pipe. Contact Jimmy Fay for irrigation, drainage, pool, and spa. You building a new house? Contact Jimmy Fay. He's got your stuff. The B-Dry system. Your basement's wet? Get a hold of B-Dry. Believe in 271. Nobody fights alone. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, your local representative. George Kaler, Sales and Service. Liberty Affordable Housing. Rome Sign and Display Company. Nice Scoba. The men and women in blue, thank you for what you do. Robert Dix Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix. Tri-City Lacrosse. 40 years of summer fun. Master Vito Hyundai. Contact the sales force. CRM Rental Management. The Clinton Tractor and Implement Company. Contact the Caledona family. Hello, Yeti Nation. Get down to the Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Fay Farms, where's the beef at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Family Landscaping, make your name